Hello everyone, let me open the video. You're going to see my head for a little bit. I'm really sorry. Kind of check the noise. That would have been interesting. I've been editing videos. Oh dear, can you answer Yvonne and the live for notification chat, please?
Okay.
That's from yesterday.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, they've changed the thing on mine. I only get every second message. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, people. I'm having a chat with my mom who's like that way. Hello, Raquel and Rosie and Dee and Karen L. Yep, right. Sorry about that one. Right. So today we're doing a beach theme, and I think we're gonna stick with the color blue. But and I really want to do like a super watery technique because we forget to do the super watery type things in summer, and then we get to winter, and you're in the mood to do it, but it doesn't dry in time. So we're gonna try and do some of those type of things tonight because it's fairly warm here. Like, I'm starting to consider why I haven't gone bald fully again. Because the last time I did it was in winter, which was dumb. I should have done it in summer. Anyway, hello Pam and Paula and Diane D and Tash. So we've got this stencil here, and then we've got this stamp, one of the new sunnies that we're going to use, and I think we might use this one. My plan was to fussy cut out the creatures before we started. I have not fussy cut them out. My little sister's going to bed, so hiring her is not an option, and yeah. So we'll see about the vellum. We shall see. But let's get started, shall we? We're going to do lots of watery type techniques. I also have crackle paste on my desk for a change. So we might try it out for size with colouring it and seeing how it works over the next week. And we might put, some yellow down the bottom here. Let's get a stamp. And then has Missy eaten chicken POO?
No, Missy's eating the new chook food is upsetting the chickens' tummies and Missy's tummy. They've all got upset tummies from the chook food.
Oh, is that why Missy's been sleeping most of the last 2 days?
Yeah, she's not feeling well because there's new chook food and it's making her tummy upset. Her and the chickens have got upset tummies.
Missy has eaten chicken food. Oh, goodness me.
You know what? Soups are right for eating the chook food.
Maddie is probably laughing up a storm. Alright, here we go. So, here we go. We've got this pastel eggshell blue, which I just borrowed from my mum because her painting's right there, so it's easy to grab from. And I think what we're going to do is I'll explain first. So if we stamp down the sunnies in a blue and then do our waves in a darker blue going across the whole page and having drips coming down so each layer gets darker and darker because you're building it up, then we should have like a easy ocean scene that was really super fun to create and not that hard. But let's just see how we go because I'm going to make sure the layers are dry in between. Here we are. So we're just going to rub this one. We're going to stamp down our sunnies so then they're in the background. Go. Stamping our sunnies down. I'm kind of going to make sure they're not all the same way, or else they look very similar. Are you reading our school concert pamphlet, Mum? Amelia has her school concert on Friday.
Christmas concert Friday
Christmas concert. We've been given...
It'll be the third concert for her we've been to. The fourth concert in total.
Yes, we've been given our little pamphlet, our yearly what to do and what not to do.
Where to put your stuff.
Where to put your stuff, where you can
and can't sit. I know exactly which families are going to sit in the wrong places. And no one's going to say anything to them.
Uh-huh.
And actually just pick, and which families are going to put down a picnic table or chairs and not turn up.
See?
It's the same family.
So this is the conversation that we've had for the last hour. Right. Yes, no. Christmas concert. Should be fun. But where we were going with this conversation was that it's our Geeks weekend, which this is just a friendly reminder, though, that when our Friday Night Live has moved to Saturday this week, if you haven't read your email yet, or you have missed or haven't joined the email list yet, and if you haven't, please join. But our Friday night class has moved to Saturday this week at 7 p.m. Queensland time. We have to remember that it's daylight savings. I forgot today, so when I had an interview today at 2, and they live in Canberra, or actually was running an hour late to my interview. Well, 45 minutes late. Gotta tell you right now, yep. It's just great. Gangbusters, you know? Made me feel real confident. Not really. But yeah, so our Friday night class has moved to Saturday at 7 p.m. Queensland time. And then we're going to go... I don't know if the schedule is up yet. I have seen the teaching schedule. I've actually seen it days in advance. And it is a full-on schedule. I hope you ladies have got your weekend opened up for crafting and all sorts, because it is full on. We have lots of Christmas products coming out. When I mean lots, I mean like I'm already sick of Christmas and we haven't even put up the Christmas tree. The amount of Christmas stuff we got coming up. And then we've also got, I think, for all of you who are doing the Super Fun Times retreat, I think we've got maybe one stamp and a stencil and 3 more of the flower color cuts left to go on the extras to come before we finish off the extras pre-retreat release. I'm not 100% sure though. I do have to check with Mum. We are in the process of just finalizing those ones. I've been very busy. So, yes. Right. Let's have a look. So there's our sunnies. I think we've done alright with our pattern. They look like sunnies, which is a positive. Look at those. They look like sunnies. Yes. Okay, and now what we're going to come and do is we're going to grab our thick paintbrush, pot of water, and our light blue watercolour. We're going to do these with mainly watercolour tonight, just so then we keep a bit of the bottom layers in between, and we get a nice resist between the sunnies and the layers to come. So we're just going to come in, paint over it. My sunnies are already dry. This is the important bit. Your sunnies have to be dry at this stage. If they are not, heat tool them. It's the first layer of the resist. It's very important that they're dry on this first layer. And dry enough that when you wet them again, they're not going to move because they might be touch dry, but they're not going to be fully dry, so just be careful that they are nearly fully dry. Like, you will get a bit smudgy if they're not. It's not the end of the world, but if you want that clean resist, definitely make sure of that. Right. There we go. So let's heat that one. Let's dry it. This page would be the perfect one to be making while you're having a cuppa. Because, you know, you could take a few sips of coffee, eat a bit of biscuit, and then come back and do the next layer. So just coming and heating it. Can someone go and check on Dad? Oh, okay. I thought Dad had fallen over. No, he's just chasing a tomcat out of our yard. Right. Here we go. So we're going to start off with our top wave. Now, we're using our wave stencil, and on this one we've got several different waves we can choose from. Personally, I do like this wave, the middle one, a lot more. But I think to start off, we're going to do a bit of a mix and match and then get to see all the different waves. But I like this one a lot, and I do like that one. But I think we might start off with this one here, actually, and then go into our more spiky type waves. So, and it's just for us to actually, you know, yeah, no, we're going to start off this wave, and we're going to start off fairly high, because I want a lot of waves. Remembering this wave, in comparison to the other ones, is actually going to be quite faint, and I haven't followed that stencil line at all. That's great, isn't it? And I've done this wrong as well. 1 minute. That's a eraser line out. Yes, I had an eraser at my desk this week. It's a miracle, isn't it?
There's never an incorrect way in art, man. It's
No.
different.
Just a different way. Figured out. Probably shouldn't use lead pencil because we're using watercolor. That would have worked if we were using acrylic. But because we're using watercolor, we want to try and remove the lead pencil out of this process. And we're using watercolor because it dries slightly a little bit faster than acrylic. And that's what I like. I don't really like using the heat tool. It seems like a lot of effort. I prefer to use just air dry. So here we go. So we're going to come in the same glue that we painted the background with. And we gave it a fairly wet wash. And we're just coming in. And we're making sure our waves kind of line up. And then there we go. Now, we got that one. We come in with our paintbrush and we move the water down. Coming along, and we never ever go above where our original line was. So we just come down. And before we finish off this layer, what we do is we grab our big paintbrush once again. There it is. And I come in with a fair amount of water. Give everything a whole coat. And this is how we're going to create our layers of colour without having to worry about overdoing them. So we're going to come in and do a light wash every time underneath the top of our wave. And eventually we'll get darker and darker and darker. See? So let's come in and dry that. So this is when you have your cuppa. I just read the subtitles. Gosh almighty, my accent must be atrocious. Trying to decipher them. Honest to goodness me. My accent must be hard. Right, now, next layer. I just wipe the excess of that watercolour onto my pants because it's going to come out in the wash. Next layer. So we're going to try a different wave. I think we might try out this more detailed one here. And we're going to make it so that it comes just a little bit above the lower points of our wave. So like pokes all the way through. And we're going to come in with the same colour. Now to make sure we don't bleed underneath the stencil, I am actually keeping it about a mil away from the edge. And I'm keeping my paintbrush fairly dry. It's a bit of a trick. It's a bit hard. If you think your paintbrush is too wet, just get a piece of paper towel and pat it out a little bit and then go again. And, by first adding your paintbrush into the watercolor pigment and then going back in again. Oh my goodness me, you've got the dwarf puppets out.
I only found 4 of them.
Well, you better go and find some more, because we're supposed to have, what, 7?
7.
7 of them.
I just need 3 more.
Right, where did your other 3 ones go from Snow White and 7 Dwarfs?
I don't know, but I can't find Snow White either.
Well, I'm going to go and find them.
I think there was a green one.
Oh, hello, Robin. Oh no, we're just going to start the same process again. You can comment and edit as you go. If you don't agree with exactly how the wave looks, that's okay. It's a stencil. It's just supposed to help you gain confidence in the shape that you're drawing. Not dictate exactly what it looks like. Okay. There we go. And I think I've blended out my waves enough now. So I'm going to come in once again and with the same blue. Now paintbrush and some water. Come and give it that wash it needs. I did say we're going to get fairly wet tonight, so. And we're not adding any more watercolor than we did in the past layers, but what's happening is because we've got multiple layers of that blue on there now, it's just going to get darker and darker and darker naturally. No, Amelia, take away the toy snake now, please. Just like Noah. Alright. Let's dry it. Oh, hello, Diane Bing. Right, so we're just coming in. Now, as you can see, this bit here is very different to the wash color, and that's because we applied it with a thinner paintbrush. There's more detail in it. It's harder to press down, whereas this one here, we loosely did it with a lot more water. So that's the difference between a wash and detail. Loose, tight. Next wave. Let's see. What shall we do? Maybe if we come in next with this bad boy. I know this is a base of one of them, but I do think it looks quite cool. Oh. Bleed onto the stencil. So I forgot to apply that mill. You can see my hair there. I'm truly sorry. Okay. As you can see, just coming along and following the lines. Now, it's again coming in with our small paintbrush and really adding in that color. Making it have clear lines. There we go. And if you're worried about your lines being too faint, what you can come and do is you go to the next blue down. Darkness, and just add it to the tip of the edge of your wave. Very lucky in the pan set that I've got from Walmart. There's 3 different shades of blue. So I'm just able to add that, and as you can see, it just adds that little bit of difference we needed. And we come in, spread out what we've got there at the very base, and grab some more of this blue here, some more water, and lay him up. Okay, get that on the big drops. There we go. And now let's come and dry that. Is it becoming a little bit more clearer while we use blue for the sunnies? There we go. And let's come in. And I think we need probably, what if we did the wave going the opposite way? We did it, well, we're going to go doing it this way and then flip it around, do another one going the opposite way maybe. And by us doing the wash continually going down, it naturally creates those layers. Look at that. Just, you can do this on a scrapbook page or on a card as well. You could do this on a piece of 12x12 grained cardstock. It does have enough body for this type of thing. And then the trick is to make sure it's dry between the layers. But if you do it on a piece of white cardstock, I would suggest grained because it's got body to it. You should be able then to cut it up for a card front, or you could make it into a page and stick a photo on it. Make it into ATCs if you so choose. Just lining up the stencil as best as possible. These waves are 100% lined up on the stencil because I hand drew them. Here we go. So we're just going to come in now. And then, well, I always hand draw the stencils, but this one here, two of the wave layers don't connect as smoothly as what I had hoped for. And that's just because to fit it in the square, we did need to cut off a mil or two, so that's why we get to edit in this stage. No one's gonna see the stencil that you've traced, honestly. There we go. And then we're gonna come and do our wash. And then before we forget, we're just going to come in with just that little bit of that darker blue from our watercolor palette and paint the tips. And the back bit. Tips and the back bit.
literally just starting off at the tip of each wave and coming down and through. And if you so want to, you can blend it out by smushing your paintbrush down as hard as softly as possible and zigzagging it everywhere. Our paintbrush is getting a little bit too dry, so we add a little bit of water and scrape it along the side. Come in and continue down. Look at that. And oh, there we are. I think it looks alright. So now we're going to come in and dry our layers again. Most heated page in the art journal. There we go. And then let's come in and do our next layer. Shall we? So we might actually come in and we'll start off first with this layer here. By the way, the spacing between the layers, it's up to you completely. It depends on how you wish to see the layers and how many you want to do. I completely understand if you only have enough patience to do 4 of these. I am currently with you on that one. Very much with you. And then go. And then we'll do the waves going the other way. I just wanted a little bit of a break here. I don't think we're going to make this wave as defined as the last one. It's going to be more of a muted one maybe. Just because you know you can. How does that look? Can't really actually tell that we did another wave. 1 minute. We might actually have to add some more of this darker blue just along the top here. And there we go. Once again, spreading out that blue. As we get further and further and down with the layers. Just coming in and drying it again.
that's on my
Mm-mm.
bed. Okay.
I'm all good. Right. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, we've come to this real crucial moment where the colour that we started with isn't going to show up anymore because that colour is now our base because we've added that many layers. But look how cool that looks. Oh my god. It's nearly done, I think, with the waves. So to make sure, like as you can see, I think it looks pretty cool. Very oceanesque. I hope so. But what we're going to come and do is, if we come in, and we're going to go completely with this darker blue now that we started to add in here for the last 3 layers, and then we're going to add it fully in. By doing that, hopefully it becomes fully initiated in. So we're just going to come in, and I think we'll do the top layer one again. But we're going to do it the other way. So then we come in. We come in and we lift. And then we align again. And come in over to there. And then we add in, we just go along with dark blue. As you can see, I am editing it just a little bit. Doesn't really matter too much though, because it's your waves. You get to do that. You can change up the which ones you do first, second, and third, and all the rest of it. And we come in and we come with that light blue again, just to really get that dark blue mixing in with what we've already got. I do think some of our waves are just a little bit light. I'm going to come in, just give them a bit more of a darker edge along the tip especially. and let me dry it. And there we go. And then one last wave, I think. Do you think this needs some crackle paste? For like some sand? What do you think? I reckon crackle paste? Sand? Can make it yellow. And we can have bits of vellum sticking out of it, like coming out of the ocean floor. Maybe not the vellum though. Could just have crackle paste. Then scripty written word. That might actually look really nice. Just see. Written with a paint marker maybe. Right, let's do the last wave before I plan the rest of this page out without doing the last bit. Which will be a little bit bad, but not that bad. Okay. So last wave. And I think we'll make it this one here. And then come in. Just trying to show you a close up as we do it because we're working on a bit more of a smaller area. I did just take off a piece of paint, dried paint that obviously fallen from somewhere on my rig. It is molting a little bit because I've got accidentally picked up my frame with glue hands and got them stuck. So I've got these bits just that fall off with the fan. Anyway, I know where they came from. That's not a problem. And then how does that look? What do we think? Just trying to get a bit more of a clear distinction with this bottom layer. How do we feel? That sounds awesome. Yeah, I think the crackle paste was sand. A lot of people use pumice type paste. It's interesting, pumice paste. But I think crackle works just as well. Okay, and there we go. And now let's do crackle paste, because look, there's our waves. How do we feel about our waves? They do look fantastic, don't they, Tash? It's very effective. Like, you could do that on a card front or on a scrapbook page. I know. Would you believe it's very simple?
It's wavy.
It's wave. It's sea-like.
It's very cool.
Thank you.
Maybe it's nautical.
Nautical. Oh, fancy word alert. Fancy word. Like nautical dreams. Is that where you're going with this?
Somewhere like that.
Oh, I see.
Throw the fish line in the water. Might get the whole thing.
Oh, hello, Di. Thank you, Di. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go in now with our... I'm going to do the writing bit first before we put the crackle paste down, so that I've got something to lean on, or else I'm going to have to do it at an awkward angle, and I don't feel like doing it at an awkward angle. I'm going to use the same pastel eggshell that we used on the sunnies, which is all over my hands. This isn't the best paintbrush. I suggest using a small paintbrush that doesn't have bristly edges. Fortunately, my one does. I am going to come back. And I'm just going over the bits that I've already... And there we go. So there's the sea life text. I think that worked out okay. I think so. Right. Don't think that's that bad. Right, let's go. Let's do our sand now with our crackle paste and some yellow. So we're just going to grab our palette knife. Now, remembering that crackle paste originally starts off white, so anything that we add to it has to be a bright yellow so then it stays bright, or we can go for more of a sandy colour like a mushroom, or gently. We could either go for a mushroom, bright yellow, or actually let's view our dark brown option. Dark brown, dark brown, dark brown. I could go for a bronze metallic, but I don't know how it will go. We'll see. It's just a little bit of crackle paste. So what do you reckon? Remembering that it's going to get lighter with whatever colour we add to it. I actually don't mind the idea of trying out this bronze metallic with crackle paste, but Everyone has to understand that this won't be ready to look at until next week, as crackle paste does take time. So is everyone happy as I try out the metallic? Because I've just never tried metallic with crackle paste before. I'm actually intrigued. I'm going to grab my little disc to work on, and I don't think we're going to need too much crackle paste because we're only going to go along the base. We will need it to be fairly thick though to get a nice crack on it, but we don't need too much. I think that will be enough. Alright, let's see how we go. I don't think we're going to use that vellum tonight. Like, I don't think it's necessary. If you were doing a page, like, yeah, you could use the vellum around the photo to accent it a little bit, you know, as a match, but it's a fur mat, but no, I don't think so. Right, so just a little bit of metallic bronze. So that's some metallic bronze in our crackle paste. I'm going to come and mix it. This is an inside seal of the gesso that I have been using because I officially ran out of gesso last night. Or painting for, just, you know, in private. I don't think I'm going to share the paintings that I did yesterday. It's good to keep some things to yourself. Oh, there we go. More of like relief artwork because we've been very busy, so trying to keep that mental health up. Right. I don't mind that colour. What do you guys think? It's a bit more of a, it's a light bronze. It's nearly the same colour as my skin. Alright, let's come in. Maybe a bit less than that. And let's scrape it along. Now, if you're worried about getting it on the other page, that's okay. Put a piece of Glad bake in between the two pages. A bit of an overhang on all sides. That way then you're guaranteed you won't get it on the other page. We were doing it for a while, but I've lost my pieces of Glad bake. Remember, crackle paste works best when you've got thickness and height to it. But in saying that, we also don't want to make our art journal into a crocodile. So what we're going to come and do to invoke that is we're just going to come and make some peaks that it can crack on. And continue to add that extra bit because I'm not going to use this anywhere else tonight. But here, so we're just going to come on again. Who knows, the colour might dry actually darker. Crackle paste is a bit of a scientific experiment. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes it doesn't, and there's multiple reasons why it doesn't crackle sometimes. But yeah, it should look. I wonder if it does darken. It'd be interesting if it did. We will find out next week, I guess. Right. I don't think it'll get lighter. Huh. Okay, and there we have it. So that is our crackle paste there. As you can see, I've formed some really dimensional peaks there, so hopefully it crackles. It looks like it's got dimension to it, which is the main thing. And yeah, so that is our art journal page for today. How to make watercolor waves the easy way. With lots of dimension and tone, and yeah, I think it looks really cool. We'll see how the crackle goes. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I thank you guys for your support about the colour. I was a bit worried about the metallic, but I don't know if it... We'll see. It should work.
Don't know why I'm worried. But anyway, so thank you all for coming. Now, community reminders, as you know, I'm terrible at, but let's try this out for size tonight. So this week we have coming up is our shop's birthday on Wednesday, which you need to watch the online store for Wednesday because there's something on. It'll also be in store, and if you are close enough to come to us, we highly suggest. We've got cake coming, and obviously free coffee and tea. We will have, like, the store looks beautiful at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, most of the product is hung, which is a miracle and a half in our world as Red Chores. And then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and Monday, we are going into our gigs. It's also Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales over the weekend. We are not doing sales this weekend. We instead are donating money to Headspace. So we highly suggest you to join us on our little mini campaign for mental health and help us reach our goal of, I think it's $1,000 or $2,000 this weekend. And by doing that, all you have to do is purchase something from our online store over the weekend, and a portion of that sale will go to Headspace. So thank you all for coming tonight. We're looking forward to the next couple of days. I think we have something about 17 classes. Or maybe it's 15. It's either 15 or 17 classes over the Thursday to Sunday period, which in that you'll also get daily roundups and product reel videos, and got a few reels coming and a few blog posts and Pinterest posts. So lots of contact there. We can't see what you create with our new product, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. Get to wear party clothing all week, which is fun. And eat cake on Wednesday, which I like the sound of. But thank you all for coming, and have a wonderful day. Bye.